Hello, and welcome to the first question to be answered on Ask Alan. And the first question was sent in by Belinda. She wants to know the pros and cons of a novice real estate investor buying a turnkey rental or finding and fixing their own rental and putting their tenant in themselves. Now, of course, the answer, as in most cases, will depend on the individual situation. But I'm going to assume that someone starting out probably has a full-time job. If they're not a full-time real estate investor, they're working a full-time job, or they have limited hours to do this. So in that case, I would suggest, and in my opinion, the best way to go would be turnkey rentals. However, there's no perfect turnkey rental, and you still have to do a lot of due diligence, and we're going to go over that right now. Some of the things you have to look out for, and some of the things you have to do to make sure that you are protecting your long-term passive income. The first thing you have to do is make sure that the turnkey rental, if it's vacant, has been rehabbed and does not have a lot of deferred maintenance that you're going to have to do. That's what you're trying to avoid. In those cases, you're going to have some things you have to do to get it ready for a tenant, but hopefully not much. The way to protect yourself there is to perhaps hire a contractor that you trust or find another investor that you trust to go through the house with you and make sure that everything has been done correctly. You can always check and see if permits have been pulled, and you can do that online, at least in Baltimore City. And you should do all of that in view of looking at having a turnkey rental where it's ready to go. Hopefully the rental has been done right and with permits, so you're not going to have a lot of issues down the line. The second thing is, if you have a full-time job, you have actually a positive working for you in that you will be able to put away some money to protect you from the inevitable things like vacancies, tenant damage, and emergencies like when the hot water heater goes or the furnace goes, those kinds of things. You're going to want to put away reserves, and having a full-time job certainly makes that a lot easier. So you should want to put away at least 3 to 4 months of reserves. That includes your mortgage and your maintenance and so forth. So you want to make sure you've got that in the bank. 3 to 4 months minimum. Ideally, you'd like to have 6 months or more so that if something goes wrong, you're not caught unawares and be scrambling for the money to make your repairs or to take care of having vacancies too many months in a row. The other thing is, when you buy a turnkey rental, you're going to want to buy it at no more than 70 to 80% of the retail value for that area. And the reason for that is you want to have equity so that you can refinance if necessary, or down the line you want to pay it off much faster. The whole idea behind having rentals is to get your tenants to pay your mortgage, and over time, maybe 15 years, if you have a 15-year mortgage, get them to pay it down to zero, and you've got all of that cash flow coming in with the only expenses being regular maintenance and, of course, your taxes, water bills, and so forth. In any case, it's very important that you do your due diligence, and of course we hope that you'll get the education you need to do this at MAREIA. We have lots and lots of meetings and discussion groups, and in fact we have a specific discussion group for landlords specifically, and that meets the 4th Tuesday every other month. So check our MAREIA calendar, and you go to MAREIA.com, check the calendar and events listings, see when those meetings are. But at every meeting we have people who can help you out. It could be a wholesaler who can sell you a turnkey rental, or a rehabber perhaps who specializes in doing turnkey rentals. In either case, you can find somebody in a meeting to work with you on that basis, and you'll find lots of people who have been landlords for many years, and they can help clue you in on what the ups and downs are of being a landlord are all about. So check out the MAREIA.com website. There's a bulletin board where you can ask questions on a regular basis when you're not asking Alan. And in fact, if you want to send your questions in, send them to Ask Alan as your subject line, and the emails go to hello@mareia.com. Again, the subject line will be Ask Alan, and the email address is hello@mareia.com. So thanks for sending the question in, Belinda. I hope this helps, and we'll see you at some future meeting. In the meantime, happy investing, and I wish you much success in real estate.